NLPcourses.com, where we are exploring NLP, which is transformational, sometimes a little bit controversial, and always a little bit outrageous, where we usher you past the velvet curtains to the inner workings of the NLP mind. So Tony asked me to explain what do we mean by submodalities. So submodalities, what do we mean by that? Well, we take the world in through our five senses, those five modalities: visual, auditory, kinesthetic, olfactory and gustatory, smell and taste. Now, if we do indeed take the world in through our five modalities, do you suspect we might use that as the raw building blocks to our thinking? Well, it's plausible. It's not a new idea, by the way. Socrates, Aristotle, Plato were all talking about this. They call it the forms in the mind. Right. So if we take the world in through those five modalities and we're using it as the raw building blocks to our thinking, plus language, do you also suspect that each one of those five senses, each one of those five modalities, would have their own building blocks? Yeah, again, plausible. So if I said to you, picture your favourite food, notice the picture of your favourite food would be different from my favourite food, but also how you think about it would be different from myself and from other people that we may ask. So some people might have a big picture, some people might have a small picture, some might be life-size, some might be moving, some might be still, some might be colourful, some might be black and white. Did you notice those were sub-components of visual? Hence the term sub-modalities, or the building blocks to our thinking. So let's have a little play with some sub-modalities, just because we can. I now invite you to picture a food you neither like nor dislike. It's just a food that's okay. And I say that because we're going to change how you think about it. Okay, so picture that food in front of you. Now double the size of that picture. Double the size of that picture again. That might change the way you respond to that food. So shrink it down, shrink it down, shrink it down, shrink it down to its normal size, but then carry on shrinking it down, shrinking it down, shrinking it down, shrinking it down until it becomes the postage stamp size. That might change the way you respond to that food. Okay, take that picture, take it normal size, and then we're going to turn up all the colour. So make it more vivid, make it brighter, brighter, vivid colours, brighter and brighter. And then we're going to turn that colour and brightness down, turn it down, turn it down, turn it down to its original brightness and colour. And then carry on turning it down, carrying it down, so it becomes dim, down to grayscale, to it's a black and white picture. Notice that might change the way that you respond to that food. Now turn the brightness and colour back up to its original brightness and colour, and then take that picture and push it off into the distance. Push it off into the distance so it disappears on the horizon. And then bring it back, 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 and then bring it closer and closer and closer and closer. That might change the way you respond to that food. Now put it back to its original size, shape and encoding. So we just had a little play with some of the sub-components of visual. Let's have a little play with auditory. So I invite you to imagine yourself in a park and all the sounds you'd hear in the park. So maybe you hear people off in the distance, maybe there's a car over, a road over in the distance, and just things you'd hear like birds singing, those wonderful things. So put all the sound so it's just behind you. Put all the sound so it's just behind you. Put all the sound so it's just in front of you. Put all the sound so it's just in front of you. Then put all that sound around you. Put all that sound around you. Right, then take that sound and we're going to turn up the volume. So start to make the sounds louder and louder, louder and louder. Very different experience when you're in the park and all the sounds are very, very loud. So we're going to take that and turn the volume down, turn the volume down, turn the volume down to its original volume, but then carry on turning it down, turn it down, turn it down until it becomes a whisper. All the sounds around you are now very, very quiet. Very different experience when you're in the park and it's all very quiet. So we're going to turn that sound up, turn the sound up, turn the sound up, turn the sound up to its original volume. Next, we're going to slow sound down. And when you slow sound down, the pitch also becomes lower. So start to slow the sound down. Oh, the sound is slow. Now take that sound and speed it up, speed it up, speed it up to its original tempo. And then we're going to make it faster. We're going to make it faster. And as you make sound faster, also the pitch goes up. So all the sounds around you now are really, really fast, really, really fast, really like the chipmunks are singing in the trees, very distinct spins when your sounds are really high pitched and really fast like that. So we're going to turn it down, turn it down, turn it down, turn it down until it becomes its original tempo and tone. So we've just been playing with some of the subcomponents of auditory. Let's have a little play with kinesthetic, just because we can. Right, so I invite you to imagine a pleasant tingling sensation on one of your shoulders, a pleasant tingling sensation on one of your shoulders. Allow that pleasant tingling sensation to go across your shoulders, down into your arms, all the way down to your fingers. Take that pleasant tingling sensation down your back, down your chest and stomach, into your pelvis, legs, all the way down to your toes. So you're now covered in this pleasant tingling sensation. Now take that pleasant tingling sensation and condense it so it's a circle in your stomach, a circle in your stomach. And have it start to turn in a clockwise fashion, Yeah. Right, now take that pleasant tingling sensation and make it a tube that runs through the center of your body. Make it a tube that runs through the center of your body. Make it warm, pleasant tingling sensation through the center of your body. Then when you're ready and not before, take that pleasant tingling sensation and allow it to go to your shoulder and to disappear if you want it to. So we've just been playing with some of the sub-components of kinesthetic. Now several of you have just realized if you'd like to take control of your imagination and really become flexible in your own thinking, being able to access creativity, these are the exercises you do. You take an aspect of your imagination and play with the boundaries. What can you do with it? What can't you do with it? And as you do that, you become much more flexible in your own thinking. Right, so I've got a question for you. How do you know you believe something? How do you know you disbelieve something? How do you know you like something? How do you know something bores you? How do you know something excites you? How do you know something that you don't like? Do you suspect it's how you think about it? And if you could change how you think about something, you'll be using your brain for a change. The potential is huge. So if you've got any topics that you would like us to cover, if you'd like me to explain any jargon or how you apply something, please go straight over to our website, nlpcourses.com. And it would be wonderful to hear from you. If your questions, your comments, if you just want to say hi and how you've been using NLP, love to hear how you've been doing it. So from here, everybody here at nlpcourses.com, I wish you a successful week and we'll talk soon.